like be their sugar babies. I've been rejecting them like back and forth. But
like I have been through a lot of nasty shit. Like thank God, like nobody could take advantage out of me when I went for auditions. So I feel blessed for that. And yeah, like I have a lot to tell about this shifty industry, but I don't think that people will be able to take that. Like they will think that I'm just joking or trying to get some attention, but I'm not.
Any words?
I have no words. Except love.
That's great.
I went to this photographer and he's very well known and popular. He's like around 50, and he told me that I have a lot of nude photos of a lot of high-end models, and he actually showed me their photos, and my jaw dropped, and he was like, okay, so if you're okay with doing these shoots with me, then I can take to this level. And
this is way different. I feel so comfortable working with girls. Like I don't know about like men in this industry, how fucked up their mind is. I just don't feel comfortable working with them. I wish there was like more girls, female in this industry as like you are.
So আরেকটা জিনিস হচ্ছে গিয়ে মানে একদম তুমি যদি পিওর বাংলা ইন্ডাস্ট্রির কথা বলো, লাইক নাটক, শর্ট ফিল্মস অর সিনেমা, তখন sometimes you have to become a pimp. Like you will have to they go like, তুমি যদি if you can send me these girls, then I can take you in this film and you can do this role. So you have this option too. Like I have a lot of stories, but thank God that nobody could do anything with
Take
me.
Advantage of you,
and on that, একটা জিনিস কি, this photographer, he was like, what does being a model mean? It means that you'll have to sell your body. মানে এত বাজে ভাবে, and he's like of our dad's age. তো ও বলে যে এটা আমার কাছে ফার্স্টে আমার কাছে এটা মানে he was judging this mentality, but then he was like, nah, I then aste aste I found it that nah, it's right actually. Mane he justified it, he normalized it.
Talk about this. I've been rejected by my boyfriend's mother a lot. First thing they would say, look at your face. In my mind, yeah, I know I look stunning. Like, they have that basic cultural Bengali beauty standard, soft.
Kata jaw lines.
Not really. They don't care about
Forsha hoite hobe. Bangladeshe forsha.
Skin tone has to have one or two under very white. The whiter you are, the better you are considered. But it doesn't matter how your face structure is, how beautiful you are. They don't have the perception of looking at other people and saying that
but it's
pretty.
Self-hatred though. I feel like all of them just onek light foundation lagai and onek westernized beauty ideals pochondo kore. We are Bengali, and no amount of foundation or contact lenses will change the fact that we are Bengali. Colonization has made us hate the way we look.
Okay, so we'll just get right into it. I want you to introduce yourself.
So hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am from Australia, currently living in London, practicing in architecture as a spatial designer. I'm a researcher, a writer, and filmmaker. And today I'm going to be sharing my film, Cyborg Crush, which I made in 2022. What you see here is a workplace similar to those you'd see in the early 21st century. This workplace functions to produce images. As this society operates under capitalism, image production is a pillar of its economy, and the images themselves circulate as commodities with exchange value. The workers of this economy are cyborgs. Their makeup being half human, half machine is advantageous to their employability. With their human qualities, they are capable of empathy and understanding the true desires of man, whilst with their machine qualities, they can work around the clock, without complaint and without wasting time resting. The factories they work in are divided based on the various genres of media: advertising, porn, romance, and sci-fi, for instance. Each of these genres are used to target the affluent groups of society, ensuring the continuing cycle of consumption and reinforcement of societal norms. Far away from these factories are the towns, in which the images resurface through machines projecting media. Here you can see a couple in their flat, consuming the newly produced images. They're watching a sci-fi in which pleasure is displayed through the male gaze. What the female in the sci-fi feels is irrelevant because her role is to cater to this gaze to ensure successful species reproduction. And without objectifying the woman, capitalism would of course fall apart. Women, after all, are responsible for upholding these beauty standards to ensure the economy of consumption can continue thriving. Back in the image-making factories, cyborgs are relayed data, confirming which images perform better than others. This data then gets fed into the cyborg system to output images that will increase viewing times and therefore bring better returns. Occasionally, when too much data floods a cyborg server, a system error can occur. A simple disconnect and restart will restore factory settings to the computer. What occurs even more rarely is when two cyborgs, side by side, face a system error. Two cyborgs disconnecting simultaneously can produce unexpected and dangerous encounters. As Donna Haraway writes, the cyborg is a creature in a post-gender world. It has no truck with bisexuality, pre-Oedipal symbiosis, unalienated labour, or other seductions to organic wholeness. Cyborg pleasure can't be easily depicted through visual media, as male pleasure has been. It cannot be commodified. It is irreplicable.
I was in a class led by artist Baha Norazadeh. She was teaching us all about how sci-fi can be an expansive medium to work with because it is a way of reflecting society back to itself, dropping in warnings about what Earth could look like. But then there's also the discourse that like we're already living in a dystopia. So sci-fi is a really exciting medium because it kind of throws away all the boundaries that you have in like other genres. I was in this class and I realized when I was thinking of like sci-fi films and television growing up, I never enjoyed it because I didn't see any people I could relate to in it because the women were usually portrayed as like these sexualized robots. And then a lot of men enjoy them because it's actually really intelligent humor. The non-sexist stuff is actually quite intelligent and like really critical of the issues with the world. But then I was really frustrated that parallel to that, there was like sexism. So that was the initial thing. I was like, oh, I'd like to make a sci-fi piece that puts women and non-binary people at the center of the story as the protagonist. And then I thought the cyborg was the perfect kind of protagonist for that because the way Donna Haraway describes the cyborg is this kind of post-gender being that's like a blending of technology and human. That was the kind of genesis of the project. And then it was also my way of exploring the image because the image is so crucial in architecture, in selling a concept. It's crucial in the consumption world of like marketing, and the image is so important in film. But then at the end, it ends with like a liberatory queer sex scene, almost like a cyborg, kinky animation porn, but it's like the female gaze. Donna Haraway's Cyborg Manifesto had a point in it about how the cyborg, a creature in a post-gender world, and how the cyborg can't detect gender or boundaries between biology and machinery. So I thought, okay, this could be a good way to weave in how there are these like glitches in technology that allow us to like take advantage of them and realize it's all a farce. And if we know that it's like all like the image is a folly, the image is constructed, then we can actually do what we want with it.
Something that I took away from the film, this aspect of image making, and I'm in the business of selling an image, trying to explain to people like the money is in the image making and do with that information what you will. You can either use it to liberate yourself or you can use it for making money. Images that we are seeing every single day of these really glamorous types of women and models that the fashion industry especially is trying to sell to us, like this illusion, this fantasy, like buy our products, you can also look like Bella Hadid. There is no singularity because I'm sure Bella Hadid also does not look like Bella Hadid all the time. But what's interesting is that because of social media, the media landscape is so different where now everybody is engaged with like the media landscape, whereas before they weren't. Because right now there's this craze of fashion shows in Dhaka City, but the craze comes from the fact that like people want to be models but people want to be models because it gives them like easy access. In Bangladesh, it's much more problematic because the wealth disparity is much higher. The person that has the ability to like fund the fashion show is inherently so much richer and has so much more access to things that the person that wants to become a model doesn't have access to. There's a lot of women that put themselves in really vulnerable positions because of this.
You can redefine the metric of success by understanding like what's controlling our perception of success. I understood the feeling of the male gaze before I learned about what the male gaze actually is. And I think so many of the decisions we make as women, we make hundreds of subconscious decisions. Do we dress for the male gaze? Do we perform for the male gaze to have an easier life, to be safer on the street? Or do we throw that away and maybe give up opportunities, but live more true to yourself, which is quite a queer philosophy, just to go, well, fuck the patriarchy, fuck the male gaze. I'm dressing for myself. I'm dressing for women. Like that's what feels authentic. But it's this sort of non-consensual, it's this sense of ownership over you, this objectification. So I felt that quite young. And then it was like confusing because I was also interested in men. So I was like, yeah, it's this weird tension of like, am I doing this to perform to them, or am I doing this like just because I want to? So I think it's a constant like inner battle that I face as a queer person. It's interesting the things you're talking about. I read this book recently and I think it touches on a lot of similar themes. It's called Pixel Flesh by Ellen Atlanta, how toxic beauty culture harms women and how with the invention of the internet and technology, women's insecurities have multiplied exponentially. It profits off of our insecurities. So I don't know, it's definitely all linked. It's all linked to the patriarchy. Capitalism and the patriarchy like best friends. And then we're the suckers who like keep it going.
Yeah, women make the most amount of household decisions when it comes to how money is being spent. Women are the people that are responsible for most of the purchases in the economy. From groceries to hair products to food to clothing, like they are the ones that kind of dictate what is being sold and what is being bought. They are the ones that decide like what their husband is going to wear or what their partner or child is going to wear. I want to talk about social media and its role. Like, were you researching social media and its role in image production and marketing? As I remember around that time, like 2018 was when there was kind of this Instagram face, very ethnically ambiguous, like Kim Kardashian-esque face that almost everybody trying to conform themselves into, like using plastic surgery. What are your thoughts on that?
In this book, Ellen talks about how getting augmenting surgery or kind of fillers and Botox, many women know what they're doing when they get that. They're doing it because it actually affords them a better life, because more opportunities will open up, especially if they're working in like a people-facing role. So I think women can be critical of it, but still choose to do it because they know it benefits them. It's like sometimes I wear makeup because it will just make my life easier. Sometimes I wear it because I want to, but a lot of the time it's like, okay, my day will be probably easier if I look pretty, which is like kind of fucked up. But I think that's one thing. We can be critical of it and still use it. But the other thing is, yeah, there definitely, I don't know whether there will be a pushback, but I'm hopeful that we will choose to resist these kind of rigid beauty standards better than we have in the past. I don't think we should accept it lying down. I think like we can pick our battles, but some days we might lean into it. And sometimes women will just want to get Botox because it's just like, that's what people do. I don't blame people who get Botox for wanting to do that. Like, fair enough. It's a very ageist world. This year, I've already noticed people pulling away from social media. I think a lot of people are actually finally recognizing, no, we have agency. We don't have to accept this. We can find alternate mediums for communication. So yeah, I think there will be a change. I'm not sure when, but I'm hopeful, especially in like a time where it's an attention crisis. Big tech has caused an attention crisis that I even find myself guilty of falling into. Like I don't have the same attention span that I used to. So I think like, yeah, picking up a book and learning something new is actually, that's so hard to do under this system. And like, but we need to try and resist. It's our agency. Like if we choose to read a book, that's like giving you an education that big pharma, big everything, every conglomerate would prefer you to remain uneducated, because the more uneducated you are, when there's an informed minority, they can control an uninformed majority. So if you are in the uninformed majority, you can be a puppet. And like, yeah, we should resist that. It's hard though. It's hard. Like, there is no way I would be here without privilege. And I think that's the issue. We all need to check ourselves and check where we came from and the legs up, multiple legs up we've had to get where we are. And I think if you don't acknowledge that, you're kind of just like, I'm not here just on my own work. It's like, no, it comes from a lot of help and privilege for sure.
I'm currently on my way to source some fabric for the fashion show. I'm going to be making a couple things. I thought I'd give you guys a fit check. I'm wearing this black hoodie. It's just a simple basic black hoodie so I can put my hood on and just go incognito mode. For the pants, these very simple gray sweatpants. And I'm wearing Moire socks. Shout out Moire, shout out Cezanne. I'm gonna be going to get some fabric, just source some things, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me for you guys to see kind of the behind the scenes of the fashion industry. I think there's this really big misconception in Dhaka that people think that you can network your way to the top. If you are relying on someone else to give you opportunities, you are compromising on your creative vision, you are compromising on your integrity, and I feel like in the grand karmic circle, the more you exist in other people's idea of who you want to be, there is a limitation and you can't really be who you actually are.
All that other shit is garbage, that's what I mean, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck out of here, son. This shit is whack, son. Cut it out, please. Nobody's buying it, nobody likes it. You're hurting our ears. That shit is annoying. Like, stop it, man. Just cause niggas got a chain, some jewelry, and they dress like the motherfucking part they wanna be, the rappers and shit. Like, cut it out. We the professionals, son. We professionals at what we do. Like, cut it out.
Yeah, had to buy another mansion, I'm getting claustrophobic. When I bought a bigger Maybach, I'm getting claustrophobic. Went back extended, found them, I'm getting claustrophobic. Make sure that Rari drop, cause I get claustrophobic. Had to buy another mansion, I'm getting claustrophobic. When I bought a bigger Maybach, I'm getting claustrophobic. Went back extended, found them, I'm getting claustrophobic. Make sure that Rari drop, cause I get claustrophobic. Sitting inside that hybrid looking like a pirate. Fresher than your stylist, fresher than a stylist. Presidential Rolex, niggas big time. 85 pointers, Ocho Cinco diamonds. $1 million Phantom, I won't even drive it. Chauffeur Louboutin loafers when I'm sliding. Digital, next level visual. Residuals, records coming plentiful. Ice on my sleeve, got it out that mud. Transporting cheese, we selling drugs. Tractor trailer pull up on my way to re-up. I know when you stay down, that's the way you tee up. European styling, I go from the feet up. Every time we meet up, it's been getting bigger. Every presidentials, I got my credentials. Cobra Daily Venom, push a button and send them. Raise around these centers, now we gang members. Caught the big bazooka for my main hitter. Had to buy another mansion, I'm getting claustrophobic. When I bought a bigger Maybach, I'm getting claustrophobic. Went back extended, found them, I'm getting claustrophobic. Make sure that Rari drop, cause I get claustrophobic. Had to buy another mansion, I'm getting claustrophobic. When I bought a bigger Maybach, I'm getting claustrophobic. Went back extended, found them, I'm getting claustrophobic. Make sure that Rari drop, cause I get claustrophobic. Atlanta to Miami, going back to Cali. Snakes and deadly venom, bitch, I'm super slatty. Work out in the snow, Rocky Balboa. Pull up in a dope, look like Chapo. Serving Curtis Blow, I got dirty snow. Parked outside the store, 10 trucks in a row. Pocket full of bread, sitting inside the road. I been on the road, over $1 billion sold. Only one with chose, I secure my goals. Cooking so much coke, I need another stove. Make myself a plug, I can move a load. Took it from Mexico across the globe. Had to buy another mansion, I'm getting claustrophobic. When I bought a bigger Maybach, I'm getting claustrophobic. Went back extended, found them, I'm getting claustrophobic. Make sure that Rari drop, cause I get claustrophobic. Had to buy another mansion.
You know what I mean? Do something else. Stop trying to do what everybody else doing, yo. You know, because I know that's what's going on. Because these niggas ain't supposed to be rapping. I mean, who really like these
I
niggas?
had to dismount the bike because there isn't proper infrastructure for the bike to go through this path. There is just a very tiny fraction, but the infrastructure is not here, and this person is staring at me. I don't know why. একটু দাম বলবেন আমাকে, দাম অনুযায়ী আমি একটু দেখি। এই যে এগুলা
এটি হলো সব ইন্ডিয়ান,
সব ইন্ডিয়ান নিয়ে আসছে।
ইন্ডিয়ান কাপড় দেখেন, আমরা পছন্দ 500 টাকা রাখবো একদম।
500 টাকা গজ না? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ হাবিবুর রহমান, আমি কাপড়ের ব্যবসা করি 10-15 বছর। শুরু করছি দোকান ভাড়া নিয়ে শুরু করছি। আমাদের এখানে ইসলামপুর সব কোয়ালিটির লোকে আসে, গার্মেন্টসও আসে, এমনি যারা ব্যক্তিগত বানায় পরে তারাও আসে। গার্মেন্টসের মতো আপনারা কখনো নিজে বানাইতে পারবেন না, আবার আপনার মতন গার্মেন্টসওয়ালারা পারবো। আমরা এখানে 4 জন আছি এই দোকানে।
4 জন? আপনারা কি সবাই মানে পার্টনার নাকি আপনি বস আর আপনার নিচে ওরা সেলসম্যান নাকি?
না, হ্যাঁ সেলসম্যান। আমাদের এই মালটা আমরা চায়না মাল বিক্রি করি। আমরা মাল যারা চায়না ইম্পোর্ট করে, আমরা তাদের কাছ থেকে লট হিসাবে মনে করেন 10,000, 20,000 বা 1 কন্টেনার, যখন যে কোয়ালিটি কোয়ান্টিটি অনুযায়ী আমরা নিয়ে নিই। পরে আমরা এটা দোকানে রেখে বা দোকানে রেখে বিক্রি করি। যেমন মালদারি যারা মানে লেবারের ফাংশনের আড়া, এরা মাল একখানে মাল 10-20 হাজার মাল একটা এক গোডাউন তারে গোডাউন নিল, গোডাউনতে দোকানে দিল।
কিন্তু আপনার মান্থলি কত ইনকাম আসে আপনার এই দোকানটার থেকে?
এগুলো তো আমরা সচরাচর হিসাব করি না, এগুলি এইটা হিসাব দেওয়া যাবে না।
50 লাখের তো বেশি না?
এত হবে না।
আচ্ছা,
আপনি যত ইনভেস্ট করবেন তত লাভবান দেবেন, টাকা ছাড়া চলেন। দোকান ভাড়া এক লাখ, 1.5 লাখ, 80,000, 90,000 বেচা কিনে হোক না হোক, মাসে 1 লাখ টাকা ভাড়া দিতে হবে।
আর আপনাদের সেলসম্যান কি কমিশন উপরে টাকা?
না,
বেতন পায়। এটার এস্টিমেশনটা দিতে পারবেন আপনি?
এই 20,000, 25,000। এই বছর শেষে রমজানে ঈদ উপলক্ষে এটা আলাদা পড়াশোনা আলাদা এক্সট্রা কিছু।
আমার নাম হলো জুয়েল, মোহাম্মদ জুয়েল। আমরা এই মার্কেটে প্রায় 15-20 বছর ধরে আসছি। ঢাকার বাইরের থেকে পাটিপত্র আসে, আমাকে আর কি মানুষ ভাড়া করে। আমরা বিভিন্ন দোকানে পোষায় দিই, বিভিন্ন গোডাউন আছে, গোডাউনের ভিতরে মাল ডেলিভারি দিই।
আমার নাম মোহাম্মদ আফজাল খান। আমি এই জায়গায় ঘোষণা সিটির অফিস স্টাফ। তারপরে এই জায়গায় কাজে লাগছে 2017 সালে। বেতন যা আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালোই দেয়। আমার স্যালারি 12,000 টাকা। আমি থাকি মার্কেটে, মার্কেটের 9 তলায়। যে সবাই আমরা যে কজন আছি অফিসটা সবাই আমি গাড়ি হেল্পারই করি। আমার নাম হাসিবুল।
আপনি মাসে ধরেন কত কামান?
17 থেকে 18 খরচ বরচ দিয়ে দেখা যাচ্ছে আমি মাসে 12,000 টাকা বাড়ি পাঠাতে পারি।
আমার নাম চাম্বাদ শাহ, এই মার্কেটে কাজ করি, লেবার পোস্ট।
আপনি কত বছর ধরে কাজ করছেন?
তো 15-16 বছর। আমাদের লোক আছে তো এখানে, ঠিক আছে, সর্দার আছে, সর্দারের আন্ডারে কাজ করে। মানে চিনি কেমনে যেমন জায়গা আছে যে আমাদের গ্রামের লোক আছে কাজ করে, তো ওর সাথে আইসি। হ্যাঁ, সকালে উঠি 9টা বাজে উঠি, ওইটা নাস্তা খাইয়া পরে মানে কাজে লাগি। পরে আবার 2টা-3টা বাজে আবার লাঞ্চের সময় পরে আবার মানে যে কোন টাইমে কাজ হয় মানে এই একটা কাজ করি।
মানে মাসে কত দেয় আপনাকে?
মাসে না, মানে দৈনিকে 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 1,000 এমন। এই যে কাপড় যেমন আর পোজা হিসাবে যেমন 100 টাকা পোজা বা 50 টাকা পোজা, এই হিসাবে 50 টাকা পোজা যেমন বাড়ির আরে পাতলাটা, আর যেমন বাইরে আপনার 100 টাকা বা 80 টাকা।
তো আপনি মাসে ধরেন কত কামাই করেন?
30, 35, 40 এমন করে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে। আর আপনি এই যে এই টাকাটা যে পান, এটা কি আপনার গ্রামে পাঠান নাকি আপনার কাছে?
হ্যাঁ, গ্রামে পাঠাবো না,
গ্রামে পাঠান। গ্রামে কি আপনার ফ্যামিলি আছে? এখানে কি কি খান আপনাদের? খাবার দাবার ব্যবস্থা মানে
যেমন ডিম আছে, মানে কেক, উড়ি, কলা, ভাত আছে, মাছ ভাত খাই।
পারবো না, আমার আব্বা বাবা বিক্রি করি, এখানে বোনা বিক্রি করি, মুরগি বিক্রি করি, মাছ বিক্রি করি, কিন্তু 150 থেকে 200 লোক কর্মজীবী লোকেরা যারা যে দিনমজুরে কাজ করে, রিক্সাওয়ালা, ভ্যানওয়ালা, লেবার, 50 টাকার ভিতরে খায়, কেউ 30 টাকার
দোকানে 20 টাকা খাওয়ান যায়। 1 প্লেট ভাত আলু ভর্তা পাপড় খেলে 20 টাকা। তখন আমগো দোকানে আলু ভর্তা 5 টাকা বেচছে। আপনি একটা হিসাব করেন, 1 প্লেট ভাত 10 টাকা, আলু ভর্তা 5 টাকা, পাপড় 5 টাকা, 20 টাকা। 20 টাকা যদি একজনের কাছ থেকে আমি নিই, তো 20 টাকার মধ্যে সর্বোচ্চ আমি কয় টাকা লাভ করছি? এখনো 5 টাকা বেচি, হয়তো বা একটু বড় করি ছোট করি এরকম।
আপনার যখন 14 টাকা পিস ডিম কিনছি, যে এর আগে 14 টাকা কিন্তু কাঁচা বিক্রি হয়েছে ডিম, কিন্তু আমরা ডিম এটা ভাইজা 20 টাকায় বিক্রি করছি। বড় বড় হোটেল থেকে আমাদের লিস্ট দিয়ে দিচ্ছে, কইছে যে 25 টাকার নিচে ডিম বেচবেন না আপনি।
30 টাকা 30 টাকা বেচছে গাড়ির দোকানদাররা,
কিন্তু আমরা
20 টাকায় বেচছি।
এই যে এখন আবার একটু দাম কমছে, এখন আবার 2 টাকা লাভ হইতেছে।
এখনো তো কাস্টমার 10 টাকার ভাত নিলে পরে হাফ ভাত চায়। হাফ ভাত মানে কি? 5 টাকার ভাত, 5 টাকার ভাত দিচ্ছে।
এই যে পোয়া মাছটা আছে না, এটা রেট কত জানেন? 40 টাকা। এই মাছটা আপনি বড় হোটেলে যাবেন, নর্মালি আপনার 80 থেকে 70 টাকা কি 100 টাকা।
I've been walking around for a little bit. I've been trying to find somebody that works as a labor to interview. Nobody is being really cooperative with me. Nobody really wants to claim that they are a laborer. It's really interesting that even the person that works in the office to clean dust and dirt off of the floor, he also does not want to call himself a laborer. There is a stigma around being working class. This is on the testimony of one person, but my estimation is that if they are getting paid daily 500 to 2,000, I'm assuming that they are making an approximation of 30,000 a month, which is actually a lot more than salespeople. It's more than the people that are cleaning up the floor, that work in the office. So yeah, that's really interesting how people really don't want to claim themselves as a laborer, and there's so much looking down at the act of being a laborer, but they make more money than a lot of the other people are doing, so it's really interesting why that is still seen as such a low tier profession that nobody wants to claim it.
সবগুলো একসাথে। এটা হচ্ছে পেটের দিকে, এটা হচ্ছে বুকের দিকে। Currently, I have a bank balance of 995 Dhaka on my Bikash. I don't know if y'all can see that, like at the end. It says balance 995. So I'm at 900 Dhaka in Bikash. And in my Pubali bank, I'm down to 681 Dhaka. So we're really like cutting it. I'm supposed to have a big deposit come in that I still haven't gotten. I was supposed to get it on the 1st of January. It is now, I think, almost the 14th of January and I still haven't gotten it. But it's cool, it's whatever. We will make it work. I have this bank and we're going to crack this shit open. This is like a daily ritual that I do where like a monthly ritual where I start saving money in this bank and then it's There's 15,000 here, which equates to roughly like $150. Thankfully, my mom is helping me pay for the transportation, but I do want to pay her back. I understand my privilege in all of this, and I understand that my parents have the ability to help me out like this, because if I had to truly live on the reality of just the amount of money that's here, I could make it work, but I think I would be a lot more stressed out. So now I have $150, and this is going to be used for the next few days for the fashion show or any other cost that I might incur. Currently, I'm on my way to Mojak.
وهم يصطرخون فيها ربنا أخرجنا نعمل صالحا غير الذي كنا نعمل أولم نعمركم ما يتذكر فيه من تذكر وجاءكم النذير فذوقوا فما للظالمين من نصير الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر
Something that you can see every Friday where people come together collectively in prayer. They usually go to a mosque, but since there's so many people to accommodate for a lot of people usually come outside and they will pray outside. And I didn't film it, but outside the mosque there was a sequence of beggars, people with like physical ailments, and this has become somewhat of a business here where on Friday people with disabilities, physical disabilities, will congregate and beg for money by the mosque.
অনেক জানানোর দরকার কি তোর সাথে শিখেছি না আগে কিনুন পরে বলছি এটা আমার পুষ্টে দিয়ে হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
আপু এই সেলফি তুলুন
তোমার ভিডিও তুলবো? তোমার নাম কি?
মোহাম্মদ নীরব।
মোহাম্মদ নীরব, তোমার বয়স কত?
আমার বয়স 15 প্লাস।
15 প্লাস তো মনে হচ্ছে না দেখে তোমাকে।
আমি তো হাইডে আর কি
স্কুলে যাও না?
আমি 6 পর্যন্ত পড়ালেখা করছি।
তারপর পড়ো নাই? আচ্ছা, তুমি এবিসিডি পারো? লেখাপড়া করতে পারো? আচ্ছা, তুমি এখানে কাজ করতেছো যে?
বড় ভাই।
আচ্ছা, আর তুমি?
তো বড় ভাই।
তোমার বড় ভাই দুজনে। তোমার বয়স কত?
আমার 16।
16? ও,
হাইট বাইটটা দেখা যায়।
হাইট বাইটটা দেখে কাজে। তুমি পড়াশোনা করো নাই?
পড়ছি।
কোথায় পড়ছো?
ত্রিপুরান্ত।
কোথায় পড়ছো?
এসএ স্কুল।
এসএ স্কুল। তুমি বড় হয়ে কি হইতে চাও?
আমি বড় হয়ে একটা
বিজনেসম্যান হইতে চাও? হবা ইনশাআল্লাহ। তুমি?
আমি বড় একটা বিজনেস দিতে চাই।
বিজনেস দিতে চাও? কিসের বিজনেস দিতে চাও?
লেসের।
আচ্ছা, তুমি?
আমি সেম।
তুমি লেসের বিজনেস দিতে চাও? লেস কেন তোমার ভালো লাগে?
ব্যস্ত একটু ভালো লাগে।
ভালো লাগে, আবার সবকিছু বুঝি ভালোভাবে।
আচ্ছা ভাইয়া, আপনার কাছ থেকে আমি ওই যে কাঠের বোতাম নিয়েছিলাম, ওগুলো আছে? আর এটা কত গজ?
আপনার 150 টাকা দাম চাই।
আচ্ছা বাদ
ঠিক
দেন।
আছে?
না তাহলে দিয়ে না। যাবেন কক্সবাজার? I went to Mochak and I got the things that I needed. Now I'm headed to a local tailor that's going to hopefully just finish the last few touches that I needed to get done. When we went into Mochak, there were 2 kids that I interviewed. They both said that they were 16 and that's obviously not the case, as we very evidently see from the fact that they seem to be really young. But yeah, this is a pretty common practice. Like in a lot of stores, there will be underage children that are working, and they could be as young as like 8. And that is reality that is still present in this society today, which is truly very heartbreaking. But hopefully through talking about some of these systems, we can kind of just try to figure out the facts that there is something that is wrong with the system, and we can then decide to actively, maybe collectively change some of the things that is wrong with the system. এখানে রেখে দাম তো। এরকম হবে দেখেন, আর এভাবে করে বোতামটা লাগাবেন। এই যে আমি এরকম চাই, কিন্তু জিনিসটা
এভাবে সিলি দিলাম। এতটুকু থাকবে না?
হ্যাঁ, আর একটু বেশি, এতটুকু। I just dropped off all the things that I needed to drop off. I can't believe I'm vlogging, but every turn is just so interesting. Yeah, I dropped off the things that I needed to drop off, and now I'm walking back home. He said that I'm gonna get it tomorrow, and over here is a little wooden space. Literally just so much talent and so much raw creativity everywhere you turn.
পারমিশন নিতে বলছে ভিডিও করে।
ও হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা আগে 2টা ম্যাগাজিন ছিল।
ও নো, এই যে শুরু হয়ে গেল। বিচিত্রা সানন্দা সানন্দা ইন্ডিয়ান ঈদের একটা আসতো না, তোমার এরকম ঈদের ড্রেস দিত, সেই ড্রেসগুলো দেখে দেখে আমরা ডিজাইন বানাতো। হচ্ছে পূর্বাণী, চিত্রালীনা 2টা নিউজ পেপার ছিল, সেগুলোরও এরকম আউটফিটের উপর ড্রেস তো ফ্যাশন থাকতো না, ওদের তো ড্রেসগুলো একটু ডিফারেন্ট থাকতো, হেয়ার স্টাইল ডিফারেন্ট থাকতো। তো ওইটা আবার আমরা ওখান থেকে একটু দেখে দেখে ডিজাইন নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করতাম। ববিতা স্টাইল জামা আমার জন্য বানিয়ে নিয়ে যেত, চম্পা স্টাইল নিয়ে যেত, আর আমি তো সবাইকে বলতো আমার বাড়িতে জামা ববিতা স্টাইল, চম্পা স্টাইল, আরো অনেক স্টাইল ছিল, কিন্তু এই 2টাই কেন যেন ঘুরে ফিরে ফ্যাশন বেশি ছিল। ওরা এরা নায়িকা বাংলাদেশের ফিল্ম স্টার, 70s ইন্ডিয়ান নায়িকা ছিল রেখা। রেখা তারও ফ্যাশন শো, তখন ফ্যাশনটা সবাই পছন্দ করতো। ঢিলা একটা প্রিন্টেড একটা প্যান্ট, এক কালারের একটা টপস, তারপর কোনোটা হচ্ছে গলা এখানে খালি, আবার কিছুদিন পরে আসলো পুরো সামনে কাজ দিয়ে এমব্রয়ডারি করা, এটার মতো এখানে পুরো ইয়ক করা থাকতো, চুড়িদার, হ্যাঁ সাথে চুড়িদার আসলো তখন আমি ক্লাস 9-এ যাব। ওরা তখন ছোট ছিল, 3জন একসাথে, রিভু, রিদি আর ইনান। যাই কিনতাম, যেখানেই যেতাম, ইনান বলে তোমরা কি খ্যাত কাপড় পরাইতে, আমাদের খেপায়, বলে আম্মু কি কিনতে এগুলা, ছবিকে দেখার পরে আমি তাকে এগুলো দামি ছিল, সুন্দর ছিল, মনে হতো যে না আমাদের বাচ্চারা এগুলা পরবে। আমার লাইফে প্রথম জিন্স বানিয়েছি যখন আমি ইন্টারমিডিয়েট পড়ি, তখন আমাদের স্কুলে হোলি ক্রস কলেজের নিয়ম ছিল যে 5 days a week, তার মধ্যে আমরা 4 দিন স্কুল ড্রেস আর 1 দিন থার্সডে থাকতো, যেদিন যা খুশি পড়তো সবাই তো জিন্স পরার জন্য তখন আমরা তখন একটা ইব্রাহিম টেলার্স বলে একটা টেলার্স ছিল বলাকা সিনেমা হলের পাশে, গাউসিয়া চাঁদনি চকের দোতলায়। ওইখানে আমরা ইব্রাহিম টেলার্সের প্যান্ট বানাই, বুঝেছো? তারপর ওখানে গিয়ে বানাতাম কাপড় কিনে, আর উপরে সবাই বাইরে থেকে আসলে তখন টপস তো বাংলাদেশে অত পাওয়া যেত না, নিয়ে আসতো। আর আমাদের সোয়েটার হচ্ছে সবাই বড়দের সোয়েটার, বড়রা যখন ছোট হতে থাকতো এই সোয়েটারগুলো আমরা সবাই পরতাম। আমরা যে পাঞ্জাবি পরতাম, পাঞ্জাবি পরা শুরু হলো। নিপুণ নামে একটা দোকান ছিল মৌচাকে, সেই নিপুণ হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশের প্রথম তোমার খদ্দর, খাদি, আদি সব কাপড় নিয়ে আসতো। ঈদ আসতো, আমাদের জামা কাপড় আম্মুরাই বেসিক্যালি ডিজাইন করতো, আমরা সারা বসে কাপড় সেলাই করতো, আমাদের নিজেরাই সেলাই করতো। তারপর ধরো কাপড় কিনে নিয়ে এসে, আর যদি না পারতো তাহলে নিজেরাই হয়তো দোকান থেকে যা কিনে দিত আমরা সেটাই করতাম, কিছুই বলিনি। মানে আমার মনে আছে যখন আমি ক্লাস 10-এ তখন একটু অপিনিয়ন দিয়েছি আমি এটা একটু পেলে ভালো হয়। আমি আগে খুব নেল পলিশ, আমরা কাজিনরা সবাই টাকা জমাতাম, তো আমাদের একটা নেল পলিশের দাম ছিল হয়তো 20 টাকা,
সো আমরা 40 টাকা জমিয়ে 20 টাকা দিয়ে নেল পলিশ কেনার জন্য সবাই মিলে রিক্সা করে মৌজাক দিতাম। দ্যাট ওয়াজ দ্য ফান, যে একটা নেল পলিশ কেনা সেটাই, এবং ব্রাউন কালার। আপনি যদি কারো কাছে 2-3টা নেল পলিশ থাকে মানে সে হচ্ছে একদম সাংঘাতিক কিছু।
We have the same skin colors. Yeah.
চুল কি করবো আমি?
You gotta tuck it in.
Looks good.
It's smart.
What?
চোখ থেকে পানি পড়ে।
So you guys want to be models because you're into fashion?
Yeah, we are into fashion.
Do you want to make clothes or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to make clothes. I want to do that. Do you want to do that? Yeah, like...
So তোমরা শুরু করো নাই কেন এখনো?
It's kind of complicated. I mean, I have started my brand. I'm going to start soon, hopefully.
Because I feel like modeling is such a toxic industry.
Yeah,
and
I
if
think
you
so.
base your self-worth on the way that you look, like this is coming from me where I've encouraged so many people to pursue a creative endeavor, so make other things. ওই জিনিসটা অনেক ইম্পর্টেন্ট আই থিঙ্ক। লাইক এরকম একটা সুপারফিশিয়াল ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে যখন তুমি থাকো আর মানুষের সেলফ ওয়ার্থ অ্যান্ড বেসিস ইজ based on how good looking someone is, you're not gonna look like this for the rest of your life. The world is an infinite loop of just hot people that are better than you, richer than you, smarter than you, funnier than you. So you just have to cultivate your skill. If you want to be in a specific room, if you want to occupy a specific space, what do you bring to that space other than just like being tall and good looking, you know?
I don't skate. I skate. I make music and like into fashion. It's basically a trap music with like old kind of stuff, 90s hip hop and also grunge, post grunge, metal.
Yeah, sing it.
Truly, it's lovely. Have a quick cut. ঠিক আছে, this is cool. Okay, let's start. Okay. আমার বক্সটা তার কাছে কেটে পড়ে যাচ্ছে। এটা পড়ে নিও।
Put it down now, let me see the cash, put your ass out, let me see the crash, watch your world spin, I'ma smoke the stash, I'm a bad bitch, you're a bitch that's bad, I'm a habit, you're a random girl, in the bathroom, snoring on the windowsill, you work in fashion, you got time to kill, it's a weekend, but you feel weaker still, watch them clapping, it's another show, watch them glisten like the underwater girls are leaking, you in the mosh pit swirling, you geeking, it's another world, if a man is a man, if a man is a man, if a man is a man, then a woman is a god. If a man is a man, if a man is a man, if a man is a man, then a woman is a god.
Being honest, I'm too bad a bitch to be modest. I go bad about my deposits, you way too average to be goddess. I've been blessed,
is a god. A woman is a god. Yes, bitch, that's my friend. A woman is a god. Yes. If a man is a man, if a man is a man, if a man is a man, then a woman. I'm the type to take your money, take your soul. I leave no fingerprints. I leave no fingerprints. Fuck with me, girl. I'ma lick it really juicy when you ooze. I need a peppermint. I need a peppermint. Fuck with me, girl. I'm the bitch that's born again. In my bag on the cover of magazines. No flex, cause I'm underground and mainstream. I'm next, but not part of the hypocrisy. And the bitch that makes fetish rap. I took a lot of weird shit and they copycat. Look my dick in circles on my abdomen. They call me Adam, even Genesis. I'm the type to take your money, take your soul. I leave no fingerprints. I leave no fingerprints. Fuck with me, girl. I'ma lick it really juicy when you ooze. I need a peppermint. I need a peppermint. Fuck with me, girl. Brown girl, no, it's not a 10. World vision was my first thing, give birth to twins. Was a shepherd on my fuck, but graduated to king. Tommy brought crop circles to the earth again. I walk away but can't escape my shoes. I can reach my head but can't escape my roots. Look at me from afar but can you swallow the truth? It's a big thick dick coming after you.
They shut us down because apparently what we were wearing just is not okay. Feel safer. But it's cool. Just a slight little intermission. But we're relocating.
I leave no fingerprints. Fuck with me, girl. I'ma lick it really juicy when you ooze. I need a peppermint. I need a peppermint. Fuck with me, girl. Fucked up and nothing to believe in. Wallpaper talking to me, seeing things I live only in my memory. Maybe my spirit left its entity. I'm the type to take your money, take your soul. I leave no fingerprints. I leave no fingerprints. Fuck with me, girl. I'ma lick it really juicy when you ooze. I need a peppermint. I need a peppermint. Fuck with me, girl.
আমরা স্টুডেন্ট, আমরা হচ্ছে একটা ডকুমেন্টারি বানাচ্ছি। তো আমরা আমাদের ফ্রেন্ডদের একটু ছবি তুলবো তো এখানে।
কোম্পানির অন্যরা বলতেছে যে এটা মানে পরিবেশ বা এনভায়রনমেন্টের সাথে অ্যাডজাস্টেবল না। আপনাদের মধ্যে কেউ কেউ নাকি অশালীন স্টেজ করে অঙ্গভঙ্গি প্রদর্শন করে
40 মিনিটসের মধ্যে আমাদের একটু
শুধু ছেলেরা মানে ছেলেরা হয়তো কমপ্লেন হওয়ার কথা, যেহেতু বলছেন মেয়েরা নাই, ছেলেরা থাকলে তো আর অশালীন ভঙ্গি বা ডেলিয়ার প্রশ্ন আসে না, তাই না? ঠিক আছে করবেন, বাট যত আর্লিয়েস্ট পসিবল শেষ করে। তো আমরা মেয়েরা করবে না, বুঝছো, মেয়েরা করবে না বলছে, ছেলেরা করবে, খুব শর্ট টাইমের ভিতরে শেষ করবে, তবে ওই স্পটে না। আচ্ছা, যদি কমপ্লেন দেয় হ্যাঁ আর ওনাদের মধ্যে অশালীন মানে অঙ্গভঙ্গি কিংবা ড্রেস প্রদর্শন করে, তাহলে সেই ক্ষেত্রে ওনাদেরকে করতে দিবেন না।
I'm looking for the hoe. Yeah, shake that ass. Where they at? Shake that ass. Where they at?
Børn på række og en far med en køl. Flere græderi og en pøl af pis. Vi stikker skiftevis en hånd frem for forudsigelighedens skyld. Den der lyd, når slagene rammer søster, der hopper så hurtigt fra den ene fod til den anden. Pisset af et vandfald ned ad hendes ben. Først den ene hånd frem, så den anden. Går der for lang tid, rammer slagene vilkårligt. Et slag, et skrig, et tal, 30 eller 40, til tider 50. Og et sidste slag i røven på vej ud af døren. Han tager bror i skuldrene, retter ham op. Fortsætter med at slå og tælle. Jeg kigger ned og venter på, det bliver min tur. Mor smadrer tallerkener i opgangen, samtidig med at Al Jazeera TV transmitterer. Hyperaktiv bulldozer og fortørnede kropsdele, gasastriben i solskin. Flag bliver brændt, hvis en sionist ikke anerkender vores eksistens, hvis vi overhovedet eksisterer, når vi hikster angsten og smerten, når vi snapper efter vejret eller meningen. I skolen må vi ikke tale arabisk, derhjemme må vi ikke tale dansk. Et slag, et skrig, et tal.
আচ্ছা চলেন ভাই
আমরা তো নিজেদের রেকর্ড করতেছি আর এটা তো অ্যালাউড এটা তো লাইক
I'm your favorite rapper. Dancing on the money, feel like Michael Jackson with the bag. I'm a risk taker, took a trip to Cali, you can't text me. Yeah. All this paper make a nest. All these hating on your baby, cause I come from that. Louis Scully, cause a couple hundred, rock 'em in the summer. Let it so soft like Wayne and Stunner in the backseat. Diamonds hitting, changing colors, need some motivation, baby, show me son. Need some motivation, baby, show me son. Need some motivation, baby, show me son. I love the way it look, bend it over. Talking while I'm in it from the back, she said, the flowers give me cash. Face card to match, got 'em mad. Boss got it on her own, send that pretty on the road. Know me good, keep it low. Girl, you know you go with the throw. Gotta call me go, no. If I tell them go, then it's on. Counting up to 7 in the morning. Need some motivation, baby, show me son. 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 Broke, you're hard to handle. Tan face on you, let me stand. Walked in, lights, camera, action. Yeah. Walked in the back, I got the keys, feeling like
আমরা পাকে তো লাইট নাই
অন্য গেট দিয়ে ঢুকলাম কোন সাইডে গেট দিয়ে
ওই
কানেক্টেড সবাই হ্যাঁ
Hi guys, it's me and Oyon. Oyon is Jobaiduddin, world famous artist, world famous fashion designer. That's right. এখন আমরা পুরি খাচ্ছি আর কোক খাচ্ছি মগবাজারে, which is really great and wholesome, and we're gonna pretend that there's no camera and we're gonna talk. So what do you do as a profession?
I make clothes. I design clothes. I have a brand called Dhaka, from Dhaka on Instagram. We work with artisans, Bengali cultural elements. We infuse it with contemporary fashion. We are recontextualizing what it means to be a Bangladeshi fashion brand. Yeah.
You're definitely recontextualizing what it means to be a Bangladeshi fashion brand. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want to inspire. Yeah. I want people to reference me. I want kids to look at my shit and say like, yo, I want to make something like this too. I have an idea as well. This shit looks easy. That's what I want. And someone who looks like them, who acts like them, who talks their language is doing something which is being appreciated.
What is one piece that you're very proud of having made?
I think the first sweatshirt I made, I was the proudest. Because the whole process seemed impossible. I was 19, turning 20, and going to all these places, meeting new people, exploring the huge behemoth that the RMG sector of Bangladesh is, and the culture shock of engaging with the industry and all of that. And finally making the clothes and seeing it come to fruition, yeah, I was proud of that. And also having my friends take pictures of it and model for it, the whole process, and also the response. I was very proud of that.
At that point, there had been a lot of brands that were around, and I think you really brought in that vision, and you wanted to create something that was truly unique. I remember seeing your red sweatshirt with the hand-stitched embroidery of the lady's face, and it was just so wholesome, and it was so special.
Yeah.
And it really did feel like it was a young person that was trying to fuse together all of these elements that they had been raised with.
Exactly, yeah. It is the culture I was raised around. The push and pull between the West and the East, and Bangladesh and Videsh, the high fashion of Europe and Bangladesh RMG sector, and all of those influences. If you are living in Bangladesh, you cannot escape the RMG industry, dude. It's everywhere. All the money that's going around, the circulation, joto money ase, half of it is from the RMG sector. So yeah, all of those influences. And also I was very passionate about culture, Bangladeshi literature as well, music. So yeah, it was a culmination of all of that.
Your name, Jobaiduddin, when I first heard your name, I was instantly this just sounds like the name of somebody that you read about in a history book. Satyajit Ray or Kazi Nazrul Islam, or this a really heavy hard hitter. So I have always seen you through that light. You know that you are that person, and it's gonna be so exciting when we both win AGIAAA F together.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was in Maine when the revolution was happening. And you were in Bangladesh, and the internet was cut off. We didn't really get to talk to each other around that time. It was a really scary time. We finally talked, and we had a conversation. And you said during that time you were reading a lot of books. Do you want to share with the people some of the books that you were reading?
Coincidentally, when the internet shutdown happened, I was reading The Prince by Machiavelli, and it talks about the thinking philosophy around kings and leaders and princes. And this book is infamous. It's খুবই controversial because it's very blunt, and it says stuff if you have a choice between getting loved or hated as a leader, feared or getting loved, you should be feared. You should choose to be feared. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I'm watching this live on TV and also reading this and making the connections. And Machiavelli is a very influential, the book, The Prince, is very influential for politicians and stuff. Every leader, every politician have read the Machiavelli once, I'm sure. Sheikh Hasina porse. I think she definitely took some heavy inspiration from Machiavelli. I also read this book called Never Eat Alone. It talks about socializing and how to treat people nicely, and how it connects with success in later life.
In later life.
Yeah. That was interesting because I was isolated. I wasn't talking to my friends. I wasn't online. It was during a curfew, so I couldn't go out as well. And বাইরে গোলাগুলি হচ্ছে, মারামারি হচ্ছে. So that was also interesting. But The Prince, man, that was a core memory. ওই টাইমটাতে প্রিন্সটা পড়াটা, yeah.
being in this industry, we have been exposed to these specific figures that exist as somewhat gatekeepers to success, to wealth, to people, to spaces, to money. It's been a really interesting, for me at least, like I don't know too much about you, Ayon, because you like to be in solitude a lot. I like to be in solitude a lot too. But being around specific types of people and being in that space and being in that energy had me really questioning like I think I have been like questioning human existence and human morality since the Palestine thing that has been going on, and the fact that we were all watching it burn live. And I kept thinking a lot about morality and human existence and pain and suffering. Why is it that we as humans, throughout generations, we have all suffered? There has always been war. There has always been one type of person inflicting pain onto another type of person. Like, is this something that is needed for human progression? Does destruction need to happen in order for growth to happen? I think this was something that I was just really curious about. Like, just to try to make sense of what was going on in Palestine, because we just saw so much destruction. And
the Palestine case, like, it was a collective humiliation for everyone to watch their shit go live, and kichu korar chilo na, nobody could do anything but to watch and like post and share stories, and nobody would give a fuck without any consequences. They were able to do it, like killing 40,000 people. We will be looking back at our time, like people in the future will be looking back at us and they will be like very disappointed. This happened and they couldn't do shit about it.
They couldn't do shit about it.
Yeah, it says a lot about human psychology, Jay. I think we also feel rage that because they have the power and they can like channel the rage through these destructive machines and these destructive organizations. So এটা কি ওই আমাদের যে রেজটা ওই পজিশনে ওই মানুষগুলোর রেজটার ম্যানিফেস্টেশন এভাবে হচ্ছে। And do you think if we have that power we will be like them too? Everyone asked Netanyahu, the war minister of Netanyahu, first day October 7 থেকে ছিল, he resigned because Netanyahu wouldn't sign the ceasefire আরো 5-6 মাস আগে। Yeah, so what was it for him? And they're just pure evil, man.
Maybe power is just something everybody will try to have through any means necessary, you know?
Yeah.
Especially that amount of power.
Yeah, greed for power is the worst. Greed for money is bad, and greed is bad in general.
But I think there is a side of me, at least, that also has that, you know? But I think I'm constantly reminded...
I think everyone has that.
Everyone has that, man. But I think I'm constantly reminded of the fact that like my grandmother and my mom and my family, they're good people. I saw the actions that they took for us to be like, we're all doing so well. My siblings, yeah, we have our issues, but like, you know, we're doing so well. My mother is doing well, my father is doing better, like success in every way is coming to us, love is coming to us. Like karmically, I feel like because of what my parents did and my grandparents did and the morals and ethics that they had really just like created this shield over me that I just cannot be harmed. So if given a choice, if you can resist in the eyes of temptation on such an intense scale, then I think the universe is going to give you such like beautiful karma. It's just going to be magical.
Morality. What is morality? I think one of the like successes of the last 200 years in case for morality was we are now able to separate morality from religion. Morality and religion are two separate things now.
Morality and religion are two separate things.
It wasn't separate. It isn't even separate in Bangladesh right now in the broader society. If you are not religious or if you are an atheist, you are not moral. This is our culture. এটা এখনো মানুষ এভাবেই প্রসেস করে। We now separate like morality and religion. If you are an atheist, you are deemed immoral, even like by educated people.
I had this conversation with my dad. I asked him, I was like, you are such a smart person, and throughout history we've seen that the smartest and brightest minds all denounced religion Like they didn't believe in this idea of like a creator god. You know, so I asked him, you're a smart person, like how is it that you're so religious? And he was like, religion came in desert-esque places where people were barbaric and there was no sense of order, so they needed to get people to try to like make sense of their morality and act with kindness to each other, so people weren't killing each other and scamming each other, right? So তখন ওরা এরকম গাইডলাইন্স দিছে মানুষের বিহেভ করার জন্য, ওরা morality
They had to invent that shit.
They had to invent it.
It was their philosophy. But also Buddhist religion to like এই সাউথে ওরা তো ওরকম হয় নাই। Buddhist religion তো সাউথের একটা religion. But Buddhist religion তো chilled out কেমন। But তাও Buddhism থেকে তো Hinduism আসছে। Hinduism কিন্তু আরো older religion. I know Hinduism is not even religion. Like it's a culmination of like 1,000 religions and laws and like books.
It's all philosophy.
It's all philosophy. It's all about characters. It's all about the story. Interesting stories makes believable religions. Like what? The capacity to have whatever you want for you to not want anything. You should be fulfilled, feeling fulfilled without having everything in the world for you to feel like I have everything.
I feel like I have too much stuff.
Exactly.
You know, I have just gardens and gardens of clothes. I have so much. Like I have.
Don't you want a house, beach house?
I want a nice house.
Furnitures on that house.
I want to make the furniture in the house.
Okay, but you want to have it. We need to cut down trees for those furnitures. Man, how long till we use up every resource on earth to fulfill this demand? Like capitalism, self-destructing system, materialistic.
And it's funny because we are both in the business of.
We are looking at it from the other side. Me, the work that I do is fueling the system of overconsumption and like materialism. I am playing on that very 21st century emotion of like chasing the next thing. The dopamine of adding something to the cart and like checking out, shopping.
Also, we're both in the business of image making.
Yeah.
You know, we're telling people like dress like this, look like this, then you'll be cool. You know,
this
like
is how the cool people
this is how the cool people are dressing.
Also looking at other people coming here and making the connection, feeding off of it without having any intention of genuinely like pushing the culture forward or like pushing the culture forward or like doing something that is original.
And the only person you need validation from is yourself.
And once you learn that shit, like you don't need any validation, you don't need your parents' validation. You are on your own. Father doesn't know better than you.
Your father doesn't know better than you. Your chacha, your mama, your khala, nobody knows
Once
better.
you learn that shit.
How did you learn it?
I read books. You have to see through this shit.
Because the end rap.
I wanna see myself in a billboard.
Man, how can you hate women, bro? I think it comes from insecurities, culture, and Abrahamic religion is so big on hating women. Why does the God hate women? And why did he make Adam first and then he made Eve? If there is a God, he is not like moral. He's like dad with anger issues. জীবনে কি হইল